Hello and welcome to the next episode of your free weekly Brave Journey birth preparation videos where I pick a topic related to birth and postpartum and I talk about it. Today I'm going to be giving you some tips for labor, so specifically 9 tips for labor. You could also think of this as a cheat sheet for your partner. So whoever will be at your labor to support you, your romantic partner, your spouse, your co-parent, your mom, your sister, your best friend, whoever's going to be there to support you can look and remember some of these tips and remind you while you are laboring. I'm Carolee, I'm a birth doula and I'm a childbirth educator, and let's get started. So let's dive right into these tips. These tips are mostly targeted towards somebody who is laboring unmedicated, but a few of them are really relevant for people laboring with pharmacological pain medication, particularly the epidural as well. So let's just run through them. These are the things that I find myself saying all the time as a birth doula to people as they're laboring. So that's why I wrote them all down in bullet point form, cheat sheet form. First, ground your feet. Now imagine you are in labor and you're standing up at the top of your tippy toes and you're kind of trying to get away from the sensations of labor. Inviting you to ground your feet means place your feet firmly on the ground and stop standing on your tippy toes. You'd be surprised how many people start their labor up on their tippy toes. And once you ground your feet, you just kind of settle into it, settle into the sensation and work through it, and it becomes more manageable. Next tip, slightly bend your knees. So imagine you're grounding your feet, but your knees are locked and you're super firm and stiff in your body. Imagine what's happening in your hips when you're doing that. No, we don't want that kind of tension. What we want are slightly bent knees, which then invites a release in your hips and your pelvis and your pelvic floor. So you've got your feet grounded. And if you're watching this, you could totally just stand up and find this in your body. So first start off in your tippy toes and then ground down and feel how that changes all throughout your body. And then with your feet grounded, lock your knees super straight and then slightly bend them just a little bit and notice the difference in your pelvis. The next tip, relax your jaw. And this is, do it right now, just with me right now, relax your jaw. If you ever find that you have tension in your jaw, just relax it, just something to always check in with. But your jaw is connected to your pelvis. I don't know why, it's just this wisdom that has been shared, but your jaw and your pelvis, so if you can relax your jaw, then you often find that your pelvic floor is going to relax. So again, you've grounded your feet, you've slightly bent your knees, you've relaxed your jaw, and this is something that your birth partner can do if it doesn't irritate you. If it irritates you, they shouldn't do it. But they can gently take their hands on your jaw just to remind you. They're not forcing your jaw to relax, but just a little reminder. Next, relax your hands. So there are people who start their labor and they're trying to figure out how to cope, and they grip their hands really tight and they rise up to their tippy toes and they lock their knees. And so we've grounded our feet, we've released the tension in our knees, and we've relaxed our jaw, and now we can release our hands. And so this gives us a sense of fluidity to just let the sensation move through our body and work through our labor. Next tip, sway your hips. I started kind of doing it anyways, I'm doing it with my shoulders. But as you're standing and laboring, staying upright, remember, upright positions are linked with shorter labors. So you're standing and you're swaying and you're moving and you have relaxed your shoulders and you relaxed your hands and you've relaxed your knees and your feet are grounded, and now you're swaying your hips, and this upright moving position can help you work through your contractions. Next, moan low. So if you find that you have found a high-pitched tone or like a screech, relax it. Making noise in labor, awesome. Roar in labor, low sounds. Moan in labor, let the energy relax. As you open your mouth and you make moaning sounds, your jaw is releasing, your pelvic floor is releasing, you're grounding into the earth. But don't screech, don't go high, because high creates this sense of tension in the body. And we don't want to go high, we want to go low. So reminder to moan low, not don't moan. It's not be quiet, it's moan low. It's keep your tones low. So your feet are grounded, your knees are bent, your hips are swaying, your shoulders are lowered, your jaw is released, and you are moaning low. Now, a couple quick tips that are not related to your body, but just some things to keep in mind as you labor. 1, change positions every 5 contractions or so. So this works out, if your contractions are 3 to 5 minutes apart, that's about, I gotta do math on the fly now. That's 5 times 3, 15 to 25 minutes. So every 15 to 25 minutes, every 5 contractions or so, change positions. And this could be as little as if you're leaning forward, laboring for a little while, that you tuck your tailbone for a few contractions. And that's a position change. You're still leaning forward, you're just tucking your tailbone instead of sticking your tailbone behind you. It could be going from kneeling to standing, or take a few contractions on the birth ball and then stand up again. It's just this idea to keep moving. So imagine this baby is making, this is the baby's head and this is the birth canal. They're making a big path. You can kind of imagine they're making these rotations as they move through labor with you. And as you move, you are offering them an opportunity to find new positions for themselves as well. So you're leaning forward, you're staying upright, you're changing positions every 5 contractions or so. And then this last tip is to welcome the contraction. Say yes. If you find yourself saying, no, 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 tensing, hand clenched, shoulders up, tippy toes, you're gonna ground and say yes, because each contraction is bringing your baby closer. Weak, ineffective contractions that you are avoiding or that are easy to get through aren't going to bring your baby here. Well, for some people they will, but for most people, you want a really intense and strong and effective contraction to bring your baby here. So welcome it. Here's that next contraction. Here it builds. Here it builds. Yes. Bring baby. You can say things like bring baby, or come baby come, or yes baby, yes. Just anything, but avoid these things like no, 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 I'm not ready, I'm not ready, because it just makes it that much worse. So your energy is yes. Here it comes. Here comes another surge, as the hypnobirthing people say. Another surge, another contraction, another wave, whatever you call it. Welcome it, because it is bringing your baby here, and that energy can shift how you feel within these contractions. And I'm not going to cover it in this free video, but we talked about this in the Brave Journey Birth Preparation Program, the difference between pain and suffering. Some of these tips, this mindset shift, is the difference between pain and suffering. You may be experiencing pain or intensity, but it's not necessarily causing you suffering. It's for a purpose. It's bringing your baby here. So those are the tips. I'm going to go through them quickly, although I repeated them like each time. It's like one of those children's stories where like the coyote that eats all the things in the desert, and by the end you're listing 30 things. I kind of did that. So I've been maybe reading too many children's books these last few years. Let's go through them again though. You're going to ground your feet. You're going to slightly bend your knees. You're going to lower your shoulders and relax your jaw. You're going to relax your hips, sway your hips, relax your hands, sway your hips. You're going to moan low instead of high. So everything is focused on releasing tension in your body and relaxing into these sensations. You're going to change positions about every 5 contractions or so, which is like every 15 to 25 minutes. And you are going to welcome each contraction with the energy of yes, this is bringing my baby here. Yes, here comes another contraction. Yes, baby's coming. Okay, that's it for today. I'll see you next week.